If you've ever been disappointed by terrible security practices depicted in your favorite media, video games, movies, books, and you've gone, ugh, come on, this isn't even plausible. This totally wrecks my suspension of disbelief because there is no way that, insert institution here, be it a bank, a museum, or even your local library, could be so careless as to just have the password be the name of the, oh my God, it happened at the Louvre. The investigation into the October 18th broad daylight heist of more than $100 million worth of jewels from the Louvre. I'm putting it on the quotes because I think a lot of the valuation of it was kind of like sentimental, right? Is that correct? Am I missing something here? Because I thought it wasn't actually worth that much in like melted down gold, right?
I feel like that's true.
Anyway.
As far as my understanding goes, they targeted things that you could sell if it was melted down. And the assumption that I heard was just in case it was like too hot to move, they could just melt it down and sell it for its materials.
Anyway, the investigation revealed some stunning lapses in security going back at least a decade. A 2014 audit by the French cybersecurity agency found that the password for the video surveillance system was apparently Louvre. Louvre in all caps, and other security systems had equally trivial passwords. A follow-up audit started in 2015 and concluded 2 years later reported, and this is a quote, serious shortcomings included outdated and malfunctioning security systems. Documents from 2025 indicate that the museum was still using unsupported security software purchased in, and I kid you not, 2003, running on Windows Server 2003. Even extended EOL for Windows Server 2003 R2 was July of 2015, 10 years ago, and mainstream support ended 5 years earlier than that. Now, our discussion question, and I'm going to draw Dan into it. Nice hoodie, Dan.
Thank you.
Nice hoodie, Dan.
You look great. That's a weird thing to do with it.
I'm showing off the new pockets.
Good. That is wonderful.
I'm a normal person.
We know.
Nice sweater. Flap, 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 flap.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to keep doing it. Wonderful. So,
TC Tuggers, everybody.
do you guys?
I'm hot, okay?
Do you guys want to have a little bit of story time?
Sure.
Yes.
Talk about just some sort of egregious security things that you've experienced, like at work, say for instance. Hopefully Luke doesn't have too many stories because he hasn't worked too many places other than here. I can talk a little bit about NCIX.
I did something stupid at my last job as well.
Oh, sure. You want to go first?
Oh.
Yeah, sure. When I was an inexperienced systems administrator and I was running AD at my last job, I exposed port 80 publicly so that we could have remote desktop working. And the main editing server, video server, and NVR server ended up getting overtaken with like fake ransomware. They didn't actually have ransomware. The pop-up just said that it had ransomware.
Oh my God.
And then they were also using it to like scam old people by creating hundreds of like Facebook accounts. So
yeah.
they
Look
didn't
at me,
change.
I am the botnet now.
Yeah, they didn't change any of the passwords. It was just like full botnet server. I just logged in and everything was fine, and I saw all this stuff and I went, oh, okay, well,
That is.
Oh no. Okay,
it ended up being totally fine. So no lessons learned at all.
Neat. Okay. My story was going to be about NCIX, where, Luke, you might remember this. There was probably about a 50-50 shot that if you typed netlink 888 into a password field, it would just grant you immediate authentication into whatever system it was you were trying to access.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but, okay, in fairness, password managers, were they a thing yet? Not mainstream anyway.
Really kind of extremely non-mainstream and really annoying to use ones were But like corporate level, like I don't really think so.
Like, it's a legitimate problem. There's a reason
Not that I
that
remember.
people would put passwords on Post-it notes, and that people would just like, or have them on a sticky note on their keyboard, or whatever the case may be. Like, or sorry,
we've been talking.
First time.
We've been talking about our password manager management and little things like that slightly over the last little bit. And I was visiting a company recently and asked them, like, I don't know if you can answer me, but what do you guys use for password management? And this was a big time, big money company. That's what I'll say. Their answer was, we don't.
Even big time, big money companies have like normal people working at them that just, quite frankly, can't be arsed.
Yep. Like they were legitimately like, I don't know, like Google keychain or whatever. I was like, oh,
yeah.
All right. Now I did continue the conversation because I was like, all right, that doesn't really sound 100% correct.
Well, I'm sure the IT team uses stuff.
Well, yeah. So it's mostly SSO. Which did make a lot of sense. So
That's
a lot
fine.
of these companies can kind of force a very large amount of their accounts to be done through SSO.
But
and outside of that, they do have a key. They have some like service sharing thing, which sounded really cool. But for most of your accounts, it's just local.
Wow. I mean, you know what the thing too, though, is that most accounts. And okay, this is, man, we are like minutes into the show and I'm going to say something super controversial. Most accounts
I know where you're going.
Don't really matter.
Yeah, I was right. I don't even really disagree.
But like,
a lot of it's pretty unimportant.
Dude, I don't want 2FA on some stupid like game service that I used to buy one game that I use for benchmarking.
Especially if we can probably recover it if anything goes down, and if it does get stolen,
then it's like,
if someone has it for like a couple days,
it's $30 worth of league skins. Like, I just don't care. Well,
no, like our benchmarking accounts to be more valuable.
Oh,
than
no.
these
Our
days.
benchmarking accounts, we absolutely should. But like personally, right? Like I'll have services that are just, they're badgering me to implement 2FA, or in some cases they even force me to implement 2FA, and I'm just like, bro, you ain't that important. My password for you is literally the name of the service. The password is Louvre 88. Like, I don't care.
I wonder how many people are going to start using that as their like throwaway password.
You're on to me.
I don't know. There's like that, like one of the, I'm actually not going to get into it because I don't need to talk about our security practices, but there's a certain amount where like if we're really being honest with ourselves, it's not all that important. And for this company, I don't think they're just like stupid. I suspect it's that type of thing where for things that are genuinely really important, they have SSO. Yeah. And for a couple other things, they have like a lot, not very common, but they have a system where they can like share creds around.
Yeah.
But it's not really a password manager.
Like if someone,
outside of that, just whatever.
If someone got into our Shutterstock account, let's say, okay, the worst thing they could do, because like we'll have payment information in there, but it'll be obfuscated.
It's obfuscated,
right?
Yeah.
So they could find our corporate address, which is on Google Maps.
Yep.
They could find the name of whoever admins Shutterstock for us, which realistically, it's probably still under Edsel. Like, whatever.
They could up your subscription tier.
Yeah, they could spend a bit of our money. Like we
can probably get back.
Which we could probably get back. So like at the most, they could waste a little bit of our time. Now I'm not saying our password for Shutterstock is Shutterstock 888 or whatever.
Shutterstock Louvre.
Yeah, Shutterstock Louvre. But I personally wouldn't care if it was. And we had no 2FA on that account because I don't think it matters. Where you run into trouble, though, is that any policy that is to apply common sense and use 2FA where it matters and not use 2FA where it doesn't matter relies on everybody involved having common sense, and you can't. If your policy was, you wouldn't need policy if everyone could follow common sense policy. I think that's maybe mean, but also probably fair. We've got some other good stories in the chat. Hold on, where is it? Yeah, funny hats and float plane chat. Is he frozen, Dan?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Wow. He's just... okay. Funny hats in float plane chat says, I remember going all the computers in Tiger Direct and typing in Tiger to get in. I mean, yeah, especially back then, like in the late 90s or early 2000s, that really doesn't surprise me that much because, and okay, I out us a little bit here, but for benchmarking computers in particular, there are a handful of credentials that people kind of expect to see on them because otherwise it would be chaos. Like if on every computer that we unboxed on Short Circuit, Logistics freaking signed into a Microsoft account, like that would be potentially a nightmare. Because if for whatever reason, whatever account someone uses got deactivated or we didn't have access to it or whatever, it just sucks. It sucks to have to do a full reset on these devices.